Hello and welcome to The Slow Burn. I'm Dr. Elena Brooks, your AI-generated guide, and this is the official show of Paper and Wax, a cozy corner for anyone looking to slow down, reflect, and find new ways to savor life's simplest moments. Today's episode is all about the art of doing nothing, why stillness is a superpower, and how embracing it might just be the key to unlocking more creativity, insight, and well-being. We're going to explore the Dutch concept of Nixon, look at scientific evidence showing how idleness can spark our best ideas, and learn practical ways to pause without guilt in a world that's always moving. That's this week on The Slow Burn. Let's get started.
The slow burn.
Have you ever felt a pang of guilt for simply sitting still, letting your mind wander, or gazing out the window? In today's hustle culture, where the phrase, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," is practically a badge of honor, taking time to do nothing can feel unproductive, even irresponsible. We've been conditioned to fill every spare moment with tasks, side projects, or more recently, endless scrolling on our phones. But there's a different approach, one that runs counter to the hustle mindset, the Dutch Art of Niksen. Nixon literally means to do nothing. It's about creating space to let the mind and body rest, wander, and exist without any particular goal. This concept contrasts sharply with the ever-present rise and grind mentality. Instead of feeling pressured to fill every moment, Nixon invites us to simply be. It might sound frivolous at first, but modern science and ancient traditions alike tell us that this idle time is crucial for our mental health. I have a tendency to write daily to-do lists that resemble a grocery receipt, way longer than I can ever fully accomplish. So recently, I started adding a mysterious task number 0 at the very top. Do nothing for 5 minutes. It's my personal permission slip to pause. No phone, no book, no background chatter. I can't tell you how liberating it feels to schedule absolutely nothing. The Netherlands is known for a culture that values work-life balance and well-being. The concept of Nixon fits right in with this mindset. Historically, Dutch society has embraced the importance of rest, partly due to a balanced view on productivity and leisure. In many workplaces across the Netherlands, it's not uncommon to see shorter work hours and well-protected vacation time. The overall attitude is that rest doesn't degrade productivity, it can in fact enhance it. Olga Mecking, author of Nixon Embracing the Dutch Art of Doing Nothing, describes Nixon as literally doing nothing, to be idle or doing something without any use. It's not about practicing mindfulness or focusing on your breath. It's about simply allowing the daydreaming mind to roam free. And this seemingly idle time is not lazy. Science shows it has tangible benefits. Several studies point to the fact that letting our minds wander can foster creativity and problem-solving. A 2012 study by researchers at the University of California, Santa Barbara, found that participants who engaged in an undemanding task, allowing them to daydream, were better able to solve creative puzzles afterward. Another study from the University of Central Lancashire in 2013 suggested that daydreaming and boredom can boost creativity because when our minds wander, they often forge new connections and ideas. This mental break, the gap where we're seemingly unproductive, is where the brain starts making sense of information below our conscious awareness. It's a lot like how an artist steps back from the canvas to see the bigger picture. A little distance can provide fresh perspective. I have a chair in my living room, my quiet chair, positioned by the window. It's deliberately placed facing the sky, not the TV. I sit there with my phone on silent, sipping a cup of lemon-infused water. Often, I don't even realize how lost I get in thought until I look at the clock. It's during these moments that I've had some of my best aha moments, from figuring out how to resolve a conflict with a friend to planning a weekend getaway that never would have occurred to me if I'd stayed glued to my screen. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, is known for his Think Weeks. Several times a year, he retreats to a secluded cabin, away from his usual responsibilities, technology, and noise. It's a time to read, reflect, and essentially do nothing in terms of scheduled tasks. During these retreats, he famously came up with many forward-thinking ideas, including notes that eventually led to innovations in personal computing and philanthropy. His doing nothing breaks turned into some of his most creatively fruitful moments. Now you don't have to be a billionaire mogul to reap the benefits of unplugging. The transformative power of stillness is accessible to all of us in smaller, more frequent doses. I remember the first time I tried my own mini think day. I canceled all non-essential plans, found a local park with a quiet pond, and brought only a notebook and pen, no phone. I sat there for hours, just watching the water ripple. By the end of the day, I had pages of notes, new ideas for a podcast, reflections on friendships I hadn't fully processed, and yes, even a new soup recipe I wanted to try. It was surprisingly productive in the most unforced, peaceful way. So, how do we integrate Nixon into our daily lives without feeling guilty? Number 1. Schedule your stillness. Just like any other important appointment, block off 5 to 10 minutes on your calendar to simply do nothing. Close your eyes or gaze out the window. Let your mind wander. Over time, you can extend these breaks to 15 or 20 minutes, or even try a half-day mini retreat. Number 2, create a nothing zone. Pick a spot in your home that's free from distractions. No devices, no books, no clutter. Let this be your stillness sanctuary. Number 3, micropauses. Next time you're waiting in line or on hold, resist the urge to pull out your phone. Use that time to daydream or simply stare into space. Number 4, reframe boredom. Instead of viewing boredom as negative, consider it the mental space where new ideas might flourish. Number 5, notice the guilt, but don't dwell on it. If you find yourself feeling uneasy or guilty, remind yourself that rest is an essential part of the creative and emotional process. You're doing something profoundly beneficial, even if it looks like nothing from the outside. I used to fill every pause with a frantic check of social media. Like a reflex, my phone would leap into my hand. But after adopting a no-scrolling zone for 1 hour each evening, I realized how often I was trying to avoid the quiet. Now, that quiet hour feels like a secret recharge for my mind and my soul. This week, I want to challenge you to schedule just 10 minutes of intentional stillness every single day. Put it on your calendar, set a reminder on your phone, then turn the phone off during those minutes, or tell a friend to check in with you. After you complete each session, jot down how you feel: relaxed, restless, inspired, bored, or anything else that arises. At the end of the week, look back at your notes and see what has changed. Has your stress level dropped? Have you had any new ideas or insights? Okay, we've journeyed through the Dutch concept of Nixon, seen how true idleness can spark creativity and problem-solving, and discovered practical ways to let our minds wander without guilt. As you put this week's challenge into practice, setting aside at least 10 minutes of intentional stillness each day, observe how your mood, energy, and creativity may begin to shift. Remember, stillness doesn't mean stagnation. It's a vital pause that allows fresh insight and inspiration to flow. If today's episode resonated with you, I invite you to consider bringing simple rituals into your life with paper and wax. They offer journaling and meditation rituals that allow you to slow down, reflect, and reconnect with yourself without the pressure of doing it perfectly. Each ritual is designed to fit seamlessly into your life, helping you cultivate clarity, creativity, and calm. You can choose either 3-month, 6-month, and 1-year subscription plan to support your journey in journaling, meditation, and mindfulness. As thank you for watching The Slow Burn, enter code FIRSTSTEP20 at checkout for 20% off your first subscription package. All caps, no spaces. Sometimes it just takes that first little step, or in this case, a pause, to open up a world of insight. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Dr. Elena Brooks, your AI-generated guide, and this has been The Slow Burn, the official show of Paper and Wax. Until next time, carve out that beautiful space to do nothing and watch how it enriches your everything. Take care, and I'll see you soon.